Hello!
Bloody hell, it's my 300th video according to the current numbers. Time for a quick celebration, I suppose. Right, that's more than enough of that. Off you go. Anyway, enough navel gazing, let us get down to the meat of things, where we're going to be looking at more of the legend of Zortan and a bit of a break from the usual blind bag stuff, because I will not actually be opening any blind bags, just looking at a further load of ones we've seen before, because the designs, frankly, were so freakish, I went to get some more off eBay. These are the ones we saw before. Angry knight with bent sword and neckbeard, is the noise he makes. Native American type chap, looking a bit too bemused by his own spear, and also somebody took his eyes. And an orc with a crossbow. Judging by his face, I'm guessing cramp in his right knee. Anyway, I got some more of them, and I tell you what, they're somewhat interesting. Let us begin with the man himself, Zortan. Not being the good guy, he is an evil wizard and an orc, and he wears an orange really dirty robe. Ugh. So this is him. I presume he's a wizard. I mean, he's got a robe and he's got a staff with a skull on the end. What more do you want? He looks quite disgusted, actually, looking away. And the skull has a really sort of vicious look on its face. I would guess, actually, that the skull has just said something in an argument that he's really annoyed with. It's like, but anyway, it's just not worth getting semi-skimmed milk. Oh, God, not this again! Etc. They really do have the facial looks of an ongoing relationship argument. Anyway, you stay over there, Zortan, and be evil. Let's have a look at the good guy of the piece. Here he is. Yeah, he's like a chap with a really dodgy tattoo that appears to have actually been etched into his flesh. That's a heck of a value for money he got from his tattoo artist there. Slightly dodgy facial hair to the extent that it looks like he's glued a pasty to his face. And his eyes don't seem to open. He's got that sort of Brock from Pokemon thing going on. But hey, it's a very dramatic pose. Rrr. Unfortunately, he appears to have not really worn anything except bracers and boots. I mean, he's got some sort of loincloth going on there. Let's not look under it. And a cape, but no real clothes or armour. Also, not got any weapons. Is he a wizard like Zortan? Is he just an idiot? Judging by his haircut, I'm going with idiot. You stay there, mate. Or fall over. Either is good. Now, there was also a third faction we didn't get to see before, the monsters, who are all weird and horrible. Like this demon swine, veiny, freakish, underpanted tail thing. There's actually something quite freaky about that. Seems to be wearing some kind of helmet, is that? Or does he just have a strange, incredibly dark face while the rest of his body's... No, it's got to be a helmet, isn't it? Looks like it's been grafted onto the back of his head there. Something quite nicely done about this figure. It does look genuinely a bit creepy. Here we are. You stand in the middle and don't fall over because you've got a tail for a sort of a tripod motion. Anyway, let's have a look at some more orcs because they're my favourites. This one's got a big face on a stick, which is excellent in any battle situation. Really, I think he's just ruined his spear. His spear looks a bit too long, so I presume it's for stopping horses or something, although then it's a bit thin for that, and he's not going to be able to wield it effectively due to the crap face made out of skin or something that's on there. Oh no, it's made out of leather, because look, it's the same as the other stuff he's on there. Although leather was at one point skin. Ooh, which animal was it from? He's not telling. I imagine he's a bit miffed, actually. He's come quite well kitted out, with a bit of sort of shoulder armour and a leather hat and all that, but yeah, that spear ain't going to really hold you down in battle. Unless you go against that guy, because he's got no weapons at all. Yeah, you fall over there. I think there might be quite a lot of that. Another good guy. How about Shieldy Bob? He's got a really hefty shield going on. He's got no eyes. He's got a gaping black chasm for a mouth. His shield is quite small, but appears to be made of very thick wood, so it will probably hold out. And what's that symbol on his back? Actually, just looks like he's been shot in the back. That's a bit of a problem. His weapon, though, seems to be some sort of really crap dagger. And you couldn't peel a potato with that. It's like a shiv he's made in prison. That's what it is. He's an escaped prisoner, put a hat on, grab a shield. Here we are, nobody will suspect if I go with them to kill Zortan. And judging by the look on his face, he's just realised that he's got to fight an orc army or something. I'm enjoying that. Next up, how about another monster? This, well, monstrous is the correct word. Some sort of freakish spined cat. absolutely covered in pustules. And it looks really quite angry. That would be a terrifying thing to see on the battlefield, especially it seems to be the size of a man. This is one of the best ones out of the lot, I think, just because it is genuinely deeply unpleasant. They've really captured a sort of nasty, pustulant feel to it. Ugh, there we are. You can stand there, because you won't roll off. I feel like I should wash my hands after that one. Go on then, how about another orc? Here's one that's found a giant chicken nugget. Look, lads, I found this big nugget, lads. Where you going, lads? Lads? Oh, there's a war on. Yeah, presumably it's supposed to be a rock that he is hurling at people. Although, judging by the look on his face, he's just put his own back out and he's about to drop it in his own skull and kill himself. Which, hey, it's a hobby, but not very effective in a battle scenario. Here we are. You're a big, strong man. You stand there, you won't... Oh, I lied. Go on, another good guy. How about this one? He's looking a bit pensive, actually, as he holds his absolutely ludicrous weapon. It's like something the Klingons have in Star Trek, except even more impractical, to the point where he would just basically be killed as soon as he tried to get anybody with it. Use your dagger, mate. It's better than that other chap with a shiv. But hey, he's a bit of a pretty boy. Should he really be the hero of the piece? No, he was on the box art, wasn't he? All right, buff. All right, mate. Tell you what that's reminded me a bit of, actually, the old film Krull, where he had that glaive thing that flew around and killed people, but only at the end of the film for some reason. I've just realised, is that arm dead? It's sort of hanging at a weird angle, isn't it? He's desperately trying to protect himself from the orc hordes, who look a bit like this one. I like this one. This one's possibly my favourite of the whole thing. He looks really confused, or if he's just got out of bed. And also, he's not got any shoes on, and his weapon seems to be just some part of a machine or something that he's brought along. Well, just spike ball on a bit of rope. I'm going to bring that. I reckon he literally just got out of bed and was late getting up and had to run off to the war, just grab the first thing he could find, and hasn't got any of his armour or even his shoes, bless him. That's what happens when you get up late, mate. Should have set your alarm. Here we are, stand there, that's safe. Oh, he's not fallen. Ah, everything's better. And finally, is the noise he would make, I presume. We've got some sort of gigantic demon going on, possibly screaming in agony because he's broken his own wrists by putting his hands at a weird angle. We've got the full-on cloven hooves, weird position where it looks like he's pooing himself. A remarkably solid skirt he's got on there. Perhaps that's locking his genitals away, which are even more monstrous. And judging by the sort of black pattern here, it looks like something's just blown up in his face, actually. Maybe he was making a cake and it's exploded and has covered him with soot. And he's blinking his red eyes out of it. Oh, I can't believe it. I spent a fortune on those ingredients. Here we are. You stand there. Oh, he's staying. And that is... Well, there are more figures, but they're all the ones I'm going to have a show of the Legend of Zortan. My absolute favourite being hairy, spotty, disgusting beast there, although he's pretty good. And Zortan himself's quite... Actually, I quite like all of them, and I'll probably put them into the rotation on the shelf of interesting items at some point. Anyway, that's the end of Blind Bag Week for the foreseeable future, and I'd like to leave you with this image. Oh! I know that's not actually got anything to do with Blind Bag Week, but hey, it's funny.